Altrincham 4, Lancaster City 0. 3 second half goals have maintained Altrincham's position at the top of the table, and with Warrington losing at Buxton. It's been a good night for the Robins. We're talking to central defender Ben Harrison. Ben, it took us a little while to get going, but once James Poole had put us ahead with a stunning finish, I won't say it was plain sailing, but it was reasonably comfortable.
Yeah, we were a bit slow at first half, moved the ball slowly, we're a bit sloppy in possession. And they defended well, and they got at us when they could. But that's what James Poole's there. You know, he's a brilliant player, and a little bit of magic when we weren't playing at our best as opening them up. And then second half, I thought we were back at our best, moving the ball quickly, and we looked like we could go on and score many more.
Lancaster are a decent side. They were the last team to remain unbeaten in the league this season. They didn't create too many chances, but they did have one or two half chances, and Tony Thompson's made certainly a brave save from a close shot.
Yeah, Tony in the first half made a great save, and when we were being sloppy at the back, Tony was switched on and he cleared the ball coming out at the back like he does sweeping up. And they were lively up front. They had quick young players and they got at us when they could. But I think we defended reasonably well first half. Then second half, I thought we tightened up, and again we didn't really look like conceding second half, which is obviously a positive. And with the players we've got going forward, you know, we know if we keep a clean sheet, we do our job. You know, more likely than not, we're going to win games. They're going to score goals like they did tonight, even when they're not at the best. Like the Hales 0-1 when we weren't at our best as well. So yeah, that's a positive. When we're not playing at our best, we're still going in at half time and leading.
Yeah, whilst we've been scoring goals for fun at home, the big feature of recent games is that we've been really tight at the back. That's just one goal conceded from open play, I think, in the last 10 league games. Yeah, so that's a phenomenal record. And this evening, James Jones came in, as he had done on Saturday at Warrington, and he just slotted in superbly.
Yeah, he's come in, like I say, against Warrington. And before that, when he'd been playing in the league, he's been fantastic. He might have had a slip up at Shildon, but apart from that, he's been absolutely brilliant. And Tom, and all the back four, and Jake in front of us, and Tony. You know, it's not just a back four thing or the keeper. I mean, as a unit, we defend well. We press from the front. So as a team, defensively, I think we've been, you know, not perfect. I know we've not been perfect, but we've been brilliant for 10 games. And like you say, that's only 2 conceded as well. One in open play, 2, 8 clean sheets. Not that I'm counting, but it's nice. And yeah, we look solid all over the park, I think. And it's good, and we know, like I said, we keep clean sheets, we'll win more games than we won't with the sacking threat we've got.
From the early stages of the second half, we'd started to turn the screw on Lancaster, and James Jones actually went very, very close with a very good header, but it's just cleared the bar.
Yeah, that's one of the things we've been talking about. We don't look at that much of a threat from corners, or we haven't recently. And then second half, James Jones, I thought he scored. To be honest, he attacked it well. And then we looked to threat from corners, and I think Hank's nearly got on the end of one. But that is one area we are looking to improve. You know, scoring more from corners, or just being more of a threat. So yeah, that's hopefully another positive. We can add more goals that way.
Eventually, the second goal has come, and John Johnston's done really well. But lovely header from Jordan Hume, who once again, the consistency of the man has been superb.
Oh, he's been fantastic. He's again defensively. He presses from the front. How many times he slides and blocks clearances, or he presses and nicks a ball. His hold-up play, you know, I know I can fire it into him, and it sticks, and people run off him. People like Pooley, Hanks, JJ, they can run off him, and then he's getting his goals in the right place at the right time. And today it was a great header. JJ again beats his full-back, gets to the line, and how many times we've scored or looked like scoring from a JJ cross from that left is frightening this season. So yeah, it's brilliant with Jordan again and JJ.
Third goal, another lovely move. There's been some great football played this season, but another incisive move, and it looked like it might have got away from Simon, but eventually he slotted it. It doesn't get many, Simon Richmond, but a cool enough finish. Yeah,
well, I'm not sure if it was a tackle finish, but no, it was a great move again. I think we started from left back. Dens might have got a bit lucky with the pass, but when we break on teams like that, when they come at us a bit and we open them up, we look frightening. You know, we open them up at will. The pace we've got going forward, the quality. Yeah, and it was a great goal. I'm not sure if Tom meant the flick either. He said he did, but I think it was more of a shin than anything. But no, it was a great move and a great goal as well.
And very difficult to see what was going on with the fourth goal, but we think it might be John Johnston's goal.
I think what I saw was he's had the free kick. The keeper sort of parried it but down, and it just loops over everyone. And from what Joel said and Max, that no one touched it and it's just gone in the corner. So JJ's definitely claiming it. It's all he's talking about in there, that it's his goal. But yeah, bit of luck, but we need it sometimes.
So you've joined Altrincham from Nantwich. Obviously, you played under Phil Parkinson at Nantwich, had a good time there. And things have gone really well for you personally and for the team after the first 3 games of the season when we only got the 1 point.
Yeah, it was a tough start. I mean, we didn't feel we were doing too much wrong. Obviously, we were not winning games, but we had to keep believing. You know, the way we play in, when you play the way we play, where we pass it and it doesn't work, like people can come at us and say, well, we need to do this and that, but we have to stick to what we believe. And since, you know, maybe the Workington game, we've been, well, it was at Shildon after our Workington, I can't remember which round that was. Then Shildon, after the Shildon game, like you said, 10 unbeaten. And that's what we had to do at the start. You know, it's gonna come times where it might happen again where we're a bit sticky in patches, and we need to stick what we're doing. We might lose the odd game or go on a bit of a run when we don't win. As long as we believe what we're doing like we do, I'm sure with the players we've got and the work that goes behind the scenes, the management and the medical staff, you know, it's going to be hard to stop us when we get on a roll like we are at the moment.
That's Ben Harrison there, very pleased with the 4-0 victory over Lancaster City that sees Altrincham 3 points ahead at the top of the EvoStick Premier Division. Next action is Build Base FA Trophy on Saturday, first qualifying round, home game against Clitheroe from the EvoStick First Division North.
That was a great rehearsal. Okay, so we're ready to go.
No, don't say that.